Hey, hey, Queens. It is that time of the week again. We are in the month of July, the second quarter of the year, and we are still talking about finishing strong. Yes, finishing strong. And so last week I gave you the acronym FIN. F, facing the facts, I, intentional acts, and N, taking a no-nonsense approach. And this week we're talking about intentional acts. Now, intentional acts means when you do something on purpose. Now, I love John Maxwell, and he had, in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, he talks about the law of intentionality. And that means growth doesn't just happen. And so from there, he goes on to the law of diminishing intent, which says the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds that you will never actually do it. Think about that. How many times have you set yourself a goal or you set something that you said, I'm going to do before the end of the day? And you find yourself day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and you still have not done it. It's not that you haven't thought about it, because you have. But then you say, you know what? I got time. I'll do it later. That is a huge misconception, is that we have so much time. And remember, we came from Ecclesiastes in the Bible, where it talks about our timing and things here on earth. And in the 3rd chapter, it goes into there's a time for everything. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to sow, a time to grow. So I want you to think about that. When you've sat down and you face the facts, where have you procrastinated? What does it mean to procrastinate? When you procrastinate, you unnecessarily and involuntarily delay or postpone something despite knowing that there are going to be negative consequences the longer you do that. Think about the goals and things that you set out to do, whether it's been a vision from God, purpose, just something that you want to be able to leave a legacy behind for your children, for other generations to come, for your family. Think about that. How many times have you thought, I have time? I'll do it later. No, I'll do it later. I could do it now, but I'll do it later. Time waits for no one. And the longer you continue to do this and think, I have time, is the longer we allow that procrastination misconcept to set in our minds. It is important that you're no longer taking this approach when you're setting out to do goals, visions, and plans and things that you desire to do, whether it's to leave legacy or to better yourself or to grow. We all have been placed here for something for us to do, and it's for such a time as this. We are in a day and time that things are happening that we've never seen happen before, and what you've been purposed here on the earth is needed. It's not just needed for you, it's needed for someone else. And if you haven't already done so, I want you to do what I asked you to do on last week, and that is face the facts. Write it down where you are now, where you've been, and where you're trying to go to do what you've been placed here to do. Those 2 to 3 vision steps and what's next that you need to take, write it down and then take action. No longer allow yourself to be procrastinating, thinking that you have time. That is a lie. We all have been placed for such a time as this, and we all have a time that we have to do it in. So as we continue to go finishing this year strong, let's take some intentional acts. And in order to do that, we've got to face it. We've got to look at where we are now, where we've been, and where we're trying to go. All right, ladies, you have an awesome day.